Anna and I'm 11 years old. Today I'm here to talk about freshwater ecosystems. So today we're going to talk about freshwater ecosystem. On Earth, 3/4 of Earth is water, and you can see all of these blue parts on the screen is the water on Earth. There are two main ecosystems on Earth, which is the freshwater ecosystem, and another ecosystem is the saltwater ecosystem. So today we're going to learn about the freshwater ecosystem first. So rivers, lakes, streams, and ponds, they're all freshwater ecosystem. So they have like many different characteristics, and we're going to learn about the ecosystem as well as the things in them. Okay, so on Earth you can see that there are some small lines in blue between continents, which are rivers, and compare that to the whole big ocean, you can see that it's just a little bit. That is why freshwater ecosystem only consists of 3% on Earth. Only 3%. That is a very small number. So some ways they get water are rain. When rain fall down, they will flow to the rivers, and ice, when they melt, the water also sometimes flow to the river, and they can also get the water from the underground. So these fresh water, they can also be underground, and they can be found in many parts on Earth. These are fresh water. And also lakes and rivers, like this one, they have different water level. They're different water currents. You know, the water in river flows. Like in this picture, you can see the water, it seems like it is flowing. But in the pond and lakes, they're much different. So the water current is different in different places. Although they are all fresh water, they have different water currents. So animals, when they live in the rivers, which have the currents, they need to know how to swim so that they can move against the hard flowing water. So plants, they cannot live here because the water is too hard, it flows too hard. So some animals like snails eat plants that fall down. However, plants and lakes and pond, the water stays still. So it can be home for the animals and also food for the animals. In this picture, in this video, you can see a crocodile and some other animals like turtles. And these animals, they live in like rivers, and mussels too. They also live in the river, and catfish and other fish too. But the catfish, it has a like really interesting characteristic. You know, when it lives in the river and the water flows very hard, it is hard for them to like keep their eggs still. Their egg might flow away with the water. So they lay their egg someplace where the water cannot reach and bring their egg away. So this is a very interesting characteristic, which also shows that catfish are pretty like smart. So this is a lake, and you can, if you zoom closely and you look closely, you can see that the water is still. Why is it still? Because you know it doesn't have the flowing water, the flowing current like the river does. Even though the movement of the fish under the water sometimes affect the water, but not much. If you look like from higher places, you can see that the water's not moving. That is why all the plants, some plants can live there. And there's also this kind of plant you can see, and this plant is the smallest plant on Earth. There are also water lilies, which have really long stems, and these stems hold them under the water. And this water is not flowing that fast, so water lilies can't easily like live there. There are also plants, there are also animals like turtles and frogs. They live in that they live in this adaptation, and they live with all these beautiful plants. This plant is the smallest one. Like I said, the smallest one, the smallest plant on Earth. And the last animal I want to talk about is the crocodile. The crocodile has really sharp teeth. That is why it can eat the prey easily. You can see in this picture, the crocodile has a prey, which is the bird. But if you just look and you think, oh, the crocodile is going to eat the bird, that's fine. But if we think closely, we can know that this bird, they eat many other animals, the smaller ones, and those like fish that this bird eat will also eat small animals and maybe eat plants. So in an ecosystem, they although they eat or they kill each other, but they still help each other to balance the ecosystem, to help for the ecosystem to stay like in a balanced way, so that no population of animals is too much and no is too less. Okay, well, that's all about my video. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.